Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Kaden. I'll be your host today. All right, y'all. So we are officially done with the first week of April, and I'm finally making my March reading wrap up. Yay! Not gonna lie, y'all. We're already a week into April, and it's been kicking my ass. I'm so for real because okay. I woke up, it's Friday, not morning, it's Friday today. And I'm like so burnt out because this week all I've gotten to do after school is work on AP research and AP Lang or workout. And and also the AP research and AP Lang, both of which I've been working on essays every other day because I have each class every other day. But that, and also I just had my Gov final today, which I've been so scared about, and it brought my grade down to a C minus. But at least I'm passing. Genuinely, that's all I care about. I was so stressed. I did think that I ate on that test, and I got a 40 out of 55. So, clearly not, but that's okay. But yeah, it's been a rough week for me. However, I am very excited to be filming. I don't know. I've been really looking forward to doing this all week. So, yeah. Anyway, if you're unfamiliar, oh my god. I just stubbed my fingernail. Anyway, if you're unfamiliar with how we do wrap-ups here, I go from least to best rated. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I only have 7 books. So a pretty small amount. However, it is much better than both January and February combined. I think, actually, no, I had 8 books for those, but January and February separately were very rough months. So 7 books in a month is actually very good for me, especially because I'm second semester right now. But anyway, enough ranting. Let's get into the book. Now, 2025 has been a pretty rough year, to say the least. However, it has been a pretty solid reading year because I've only rated 1 book. Well, I've only rated 2 books lower than 3.5 stars, and I've only rated 1 book lower than 3 stars. But yeah, I've only had 1 3-star book. That's my point of that statement, is that I've only had 1 3-star book, and that was in the month of March, and that is Open Throat by Henry Hoki. I don't quite remember. I also don't remember where I put my physical copy of this book. I have it. I own it. It's just, it's somewhere in this house. I genuinely have no clue what happened to it after I put it down. I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, this is a novella that I want to say is written in prose, though I don't quite remember, about an openly gay mountain lion living in LA. That is the plot of this 100-page novella. And yeah, there's not much more. I don't want to share too much on the story because it's so short that I feel like any more details beyond what I just said will give it away. Here's the thing. I think it's a very solid piece of literature. And it's a lot of other people would probably enjoy it more than me. I don't know. It didn't resonate with me. It didn't stick too well in my brain. I low-key forgot I read it until I looked at what I read in the month of March for this video. But yeah. I don't know, girl, it just was not for me. It did not resonate with me. So yeah, gave it a solid 3 stars. But again, I would still recommend. I still think it's worth picking up if you're interested. It isn't super time consuming either. Took me 2 hours to read ish. So yeah. Anyway, now getting into our 2 3.5-star books. First up was Flamer by Mike Curato. I'm really bad with last names, I'm so sorry. But anyway, this is a either semi or fully autobiographical graphic novel that I picked up on Kindle Unlimited. And it is about this boy who is going from 8th grade, or going from middle school into high school. And he is at an Eagle Scout, sort of a Boy Scouts camp for the summer. And he's starting to question his sexuality, and is struggling with it in an environment of racism and homophobia. It's just like a really hard environment to start to cope with those feelings. So yeah, I gave this 3.5 stars, not because I don't think that this is a very important graphic novel. I think this a very important book for somebody to pick up, especially if they are actively or had actively dealt with this sort of thing in the past, like this sort of environment specifically. But yeah, I think it's a very strong book for what it is. However, one, just did not resonate with the story as well. I thought I picked this up as thinking that I would relate to it more, as a queer guy who grew up around mostly male friends and having mostly male friends and stuff, which is just like my own bad. Like, I don't know, I just like, that's just a me thing of I didn't relate to it. But also just some of the stuff in the book was not like particularly relatable to me, or like, I don't know, just didn't jive with me as well. I don't know how to describe it. I'm not like dogging on this book. I'm just saying like it was a purely me thing. Like I did not fully fuck with this book, and that's on me. Yeah. I don't know why I'm getting so defensive, but yeah, I definitely think this is a very good graphic novel, and definitely worth a read. Just not fully for me, but like still very good, very strong in what it is. So yeah. Then I have a thriller, A Flicker in the Dark by Stacy Willingham. I actually started this in January, and I did not pick it up again until March because February was like my romance reading stuff, which is okay though. Like, even though I took a big pause in the middle of this, like I still remembered everything once I picked it up and stuff. So yeah. But this is about a girl. Oh my god, what's her main character's name? I don't know. Anyway, this follows our female main character who, when she was a child, got her dad arrested for being a serial killer who unalived six teenage girls in their small Louisiana town. And now, as our main character is an adult and like an established therapist, some murders are starting to happen again. She's starting to wonder if maybe her dad, like maybe if they put away the wrong guy. Now, listen, was this a very basic sounding like thriller plot? Yes. However, I ate this up because while this is not like, life changing, like it didn't get a 4-star or 5-star because it is just like a very basic thriller. However, this shit was crazy. It was fun. It was interesting. I don't know. It did what it was supposed to do. It kept me entertained. I read this at one of my sister's cheer competitions, and then while I was working out, and it was just like there to keep me occupied and like entertain me. And yeah, I believe there were some conversations surrounding generational trauma or something along those lines, and I don't fully remember because it's been so long. Because I also like finished this early in March. I finished this on like March 3rd because I like took an everything shower and finished this. But yeah. Anyway, like it did what it was supposed to do. It's a very entertaining thriller. And I would definitely recommend it if you if you don't already own a copy though. I'm not saying like you need to go out and buy this though. Like get the audiobook and just like put it on while you're doing shit. But yeah, a very nice, interesting thriller, very fast, fun read. Yeah. I wish I had more to say on this, and I thought I would. It's just like, it's been so long, and this is also not particularly memorable. Now on to our 4-star book, which was The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. So this, I read throughout most of February, and then I just like ended up finishing it in March. I think I picked it up towards the end of February, and then shit just got busy. But anyway, this is about our girl named Olive, who is a third-year PhD candidate. Yeah, and she gets into this fake dating relationship with this guy named Adam Carlson, who is like a notoriously bitchy, mean professor. Yet he treats her differently. This is a very like, this is a fake dating cutie like rom-com book. Yeah, I love this. Also, this, I just put this together, but, this used to be Kylo Ren fanfic. Like, this is fully published Kylo Ren fanfiction. And this guy was named Adam after Adam Driver, who plays Kylo Ren. I think. I've never watched past, like, the original Star Wars movies. Anyway, but yeah. So this is published fan fiction, and I fucking loved it. I ate this up. Okay, I expected to fully hate this because this is a book talk romance. However, it's cutesy, it's fun, it's very stupid, but honestly, it was just like a very nice break. I don't know, I fucked with it. We also had like some other shit going on that like made this a little less like there felt like it felt like there was a little bit more depth in here than like some of the other romance books I've read. So yeah. I don't know, it was very nice. It was very fun, very cutesy. However, I did have some problems. That's what I almost forgot to talk about. I know I'm like hyping this book up a lot, but this bitch definitely had some issues, don't get me wrong. Okay? Like, I'm fully aware that there's some shit in here. First of all, the size difference between these two characters. This bitch, she's like tall. She's like 5'8" to 5'10". I don't remember. I don't remember fully how tall this bitch is. But like this guy must be like 6'7" because she's like, he's so tall, he's fucking massive, he's huge. All the way to like the 80 or 90% mark. We're still getting that. Which I sound angrier at that than I actually am. Like it was a little bit like it was minorly annoying, but that not that bad. I will also say that the smut sections of this book that happen towards the end. This is, by the way, like if you're put off by a lot of smut, this is not very smut heavy, except a little bit towards the end, but like this is a lot more cutesy romance throughout. Anyway, just want to clarify, the smutty scenes, there was some language used, such as areolas, that made me physically react. I said, oh, because that's not sexy. Also, this guy puts her boob in his mouth. Her full boob in his mouth. Which is insane. And I'm still trying to math out how the fuck that worked. But anyway, yeah, this bitch had some issues. And she wasn't amazing. But she was she was great. I loved this. And I have an Ali Hazelwood book over there. You can see it right there on that chair. That's Ali Hazelwood's new book, and I picked it up because, you know what? I fuck with this bitch. I fuck with her books now, and I want to read more. Sorry, that was like such a rant. I tried to keep that short. I genuinely could not. Sorry for burping. I'm disgusting. Anyway, now on to our 3 5-star books, all of which I'm going to, or the first two I'm going to talk about together, but they are Catching Fire and Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. So as you know, in March, the new Hunger Games book came out, and I've read the first Hunger Games before, and I just like didn't want to reread it yet because I am going to read it later this year for a class I'm taking senior year. But yeah, I also just like know the story so well that I wanted to get on with the rest of the series. So yeah, I read Catching Fire and Mockingjay back to back in like 2 to 4 days. Like, I read these very quickly. So fucking good. Catching Fire is one of my favorites. Also, I'm not explaining the Hunger Games trilogy to you just because it's so popular that I don't think I need to, but yeah. I love Catching Fire. This was my favorite of the whole series. Which is definitely my opinion is definitely influenced by how many people I see hyping this up. But especially after reading the new book, like this is my favorite of the series by far. And then Mockingjay was just such an amazing ending to this trilogy. I loved it so fucking much. Oh my god. This is like the first 5-star trilogy for me. Actually, the first series I've given pretty much all 5 stars to. Except Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I've yet to read that, but I will get to it. But, yeah. I ate these the fuck up, and they are so good. And, when I tell you that this and the Hunger Games series and Yellow Jackets, both of which I'm, like, so deeply obsessed with right now. That's all I'm pretty much talking about to my friends, and it's kind of annoying them because I'll be like, Hunger Games reference, Yellow Jackets reference. It's anyway, yeah. But like, oh, I love these books so much. I love these books so much. I want to reread them so much. And honestly, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, I'm like kind of scared of commitment right now because it's second semester of high school and I just like I need some easier shit. It's second semester junior year. Like shit's rough right now, but like I need more in this universe so bad. So fucking bad. I can't wait for the movie next year for this series, which I just accidentally jumped ahead to the next book, which is the last book I read in March, and that is Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. Oh my god. Listen, I don't think this book was perfect. I think the second part of this book could have just like been cut out. Not cut out, could have been very heavily edited. Like, I definitely think this book had its problems. However, part 1 and part 3 of this book were so fucking strong, and this book has made me cry harder than any book ever has or any movie ever had. Like, I cried so hard at this book, which is not like actually very dramatic. Like, go see my vlog, which I did make a vlog on this, like, I think that was the last video. Yeah, that was the last video I posted. So go watch my vlog on this if you want to see my more in-depth thoughts. But I fucking love this so much. I love this so much. This is Haymitch's Games, who is a mentor and like one of the only winners of the District 12 in the Hunger Games. From District 12 in the Hunger Games. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, I loved this. Part 1 and 2 were so fucking good. There was so much added to this universe and like, or not, actually, yeah, there was a lot of like necessary shit added here, and I really can't wait to see what Suzanne Collins has next, because I feel like she might have another book left, though I don't know. I've been seeing some people say that it was perfectly tied up, so tell me your thoughts down below. Anyway, sorry, I know I kind of got into just like a mindless rant there, but like I love the Hunger Games book so fucking much. When I tell you that is my whole TikTok feed right now. And genuinely, this book has made me look at this book in such a different like light, and it hurts so bad. But yeah. Anyway, that is everything I read in the month of March. So, yeah. Let me know your thoughts down below if you've read any of these. Talk to me in the comments. And yeah. Have such a good day. I love you all. Goodbye.